Taylor Swift's journey as a rising star in country music was marked by her ability to captivate listeners through storytelling that was personal, honest, and incredibly relatable. Even from a young age, Swift showed an extraordinary gift for transforming her personal experiences into music that resonated with millions, ultimately helping her redefine the boundaries of modern country music and bring the genre to a younger, more diverse audience. Swift's passion for music began early in life. Growing up in Pennsylvania, she was introduced to country music and was particularly inspired by artists like Shania Twain, who mixed pop elements with country, and Faith Hill, who showed her how powerful female storytelling could be. By age 11, she was performing at local events, and it was clear that her talent was special. Her parents recognized her potential and supported her dream, even moving to Nashville so she could be closer to the heart of country music. At just 14, she became one of the youngest songwriters signed by Sony, ATV, a significant accomplishment that showcased her songwriting ability, a talent that would become central to her identity as an artist. Swift's debut album, Taylor Swift, was released in 2006 when she was only 16. The album became a breakout success and introduced her to the world as a fresh voice in country music. Her single Tim McGraw, inspired by a personal relationship, immediately struck a chord with listeners. The song's story about young love and bittersweet memories spoke to the teenage experience, a perspective that was rare in country music at the time. This authenticity became her trademark, and each song on the album allowed fans a glimpse into her life, emotions, and thoughts. Swift was a young girl navigating love and heartbreak, and her audience, especially teenagers, saw themselves in her stories. Through her music, Swift brought a new generation into the country music world. Her ability to connect with listeners was further proven with her second album, Fearless, released in 2008. This album included hits like Love Story and You Belong With Me, songs that took her storytelling to new heights and solidified her status as a country star. Love Story, in particular, was inspired by Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, but with a happy ending, and it resonated widely due to its fairy tale quality combined with the universal feeling of yearning for a happy ending in love. Fearless was both critically acclaimed and commercially successful, winning multiple awards, including Album of the Year at the Grammy Awards, making Swift the youngest artist to win in that category at the time. This achievement underscored her ability not only as a performer but as a songwriter with the unique gift of articulating emotions that felt real and universal. What set Swift apart was her emphasis on the lyrics. Unlike many pop or country artists who focus primarily on production or vocal performance, Swift's songs were centered around the stories she told. Her lyrics, often based on her own experiences, detailed the ups and downs of young love, friendship, and self-discovery in ways that felt both poetic and grounded in reality. Songs like White Horse and 15 from Fearless are prime examples of this. White Horse tackled the theme of disillusionment, revealing a mature understanding of love's complexities, while 15 recounted her high school experiences with both nostalgia and a touch of sadness. By being transparent and vulnerable in her music, Swift created a bond with her fans that felt almost personal. Her fans weren't just listening to her songs, they were connecting with someone who understood their own struggles and dreams. Swift's impact on the country music genre was transformative. At the time of her rise, country music was often associated with older generations or rural America. Swift's fresh perspective helped broaden its appeal, making it accessible to younger fans who might not have otherwise listened to country. Through her unique blend of pop and country, she brought new energy to the genre. Her approach influenced other artists, too, and paved the way for a new wave of young musicians who blended genres more freely. By integrating relatable themes with catchy hooks and memorable melodies, she created songs that appealed across demographics and helped redefine what country music could sound like. Throughout her early career, Swift maintained her authenticity despite the challenges of fame. As she became a household name, she was often subject to public scrutiny and criticism. Yet, she stayed true to her style and voice, never shying away from sharing her life's highs and lows through her music. She was also an early user of social media to connect directly with her fans, whom she affectionately called Swifties. This direct engagement allowed her to cultivate a loyal fan base who supported her not only for her music but also for her transparency and kindness. Swift's relationship with her fans became a defining feature of her career, with fans feeling as though they were part of her journey. In essence, Taylor Swift's early career as a rising star in country music set the foundation for her growth into one of the most influential artists of her generation. Her willingness to tell her story with honesty, vulnerability, and sophistication allowed her to connect deeply with audiences and win over listeners across genres and age groups. Swift didn't just sing songs, she shared her life, her dreams, and her heartbreaks, allowing fans to see themselves in her journey. Through her authentic storytelling, she opened new doors for country music, made it accessible to a wider audience, and showed young people everywhere that their voices and stories matter. This phase of her career was not just about commercial success, it was about creating art that spoke to people and making music that would stand the test of time. Swift's journey from a teenager with a dream to a country superstar is a testament to the power of storytelling and the impact it can have when done with heart and sincerity. Taylor Swift's reinvention as a global pop icon was a bold transformation that required her to step out of her established identity as a country star and redefine herself on the world stage. This shift was not just a change in musical genre but a pivotal evolution in Swift's career, showing her willingness to embrace risk and push boundaries while expanding her influence. Her move into pop was marked by the release of her 2014 album 1989, which served as both a musical and symbolic reinvention. Through this transformation, Swift not only reached a broader audience but also solidified her position as one of the most influential artists of her generation. The decision to move into pop music was both daring and intentional. By the time Swift released 1989, she had already established herself as a major figure in country music. Her previous albums had crossed into mainstream popularity, but with 1989, Swift made the conscious decision to leave her country roots behind entirely and embrace a new sound. This shift was more than just a genre change, it was a complete rebranding of her image and artistry. She moved away from the traditional storytelling style of country music, known for its acoustic elements and narratives about personal experiences, and instead embraced a modern, synth-driven pop sound that was both upbeat and polished. This transition was risky, as it meant leaving behind the genre that had defined her career. However, Swift was driven by the desire to explore new creative directions and connect with a wider audience. 1989 became an instant success, debuting at the top of the charts and producing multiple hit singles, including Shake It Off, Blank Space, and Style. These songs were not only catchy but also showcased Swift's growth as an artist and her ability to adapt to new musical landscapes. With Shake It Off, for instance, Swift addressed public scrutiny and criticism with humor and resilience, signaling her newfound confidence in navigating the challenges of fame. The song's upbeat tempo and infectious energy made it a pop anthem, while its lyrics reflected her resilience and self-assuredness, qualities that would become hallmarks of her pop career. Blank Space took a playful approach to Swift's public image, as she responded to media portrayals of her relationships by creating a satirical character that embodied those perceptions. This self-aware approach allowed Swift to take control of her narrative, demonstrating her ability to turn public scrutiny into art. Swift's reinvention was not limited to her music, it also extended to her public image and persona. During her country music years, Swift had been known for her girl-next-door image, often writing songs about love, heartbreak, and self-discovery from a personal perspective. With her shift to pop, however, she began to embrace a more sophisticated and assertive identity. She became more involved in the visual aspects of her work, using music videos, fashion, and media appearances to craft a cohesive image that matched her new sound. The music videos for 1989 were cinematic and elaborate, showcasing Swift in various roles and exploring themes of love, fame, and identity. Her Blank Space video, for example, depicted her as a glamorous yet chaotic character who parodied the media's portrayal of her, while style used moody, stylized imagery to convey a sense of nostalgia and allure. These visual elements allowed Swift to communicate her artistic vision in a way that went beyond the music itself. Swift's transformation also expanded her influence within the music industry. By successfully making the transition from country to pop, she opened the door for other artists to explore genre blending and pursue creative reinventions without being limited by traditional genre expectations. Her success demonstrated that an artist could evolve and take risks while maintaining a strong fan base, challenging the idea that musicians needed to stay within a single genre to succeed. Swift's genre shift inspired other artists, particularly young women, to take ownership of their careers and explore new creative directions. Her journey showed that reinvention could be a powerful tool for growth, rather than a departure from authenticity. Swift's influence was not only limited to her fans but extended to her peers and the broader music industry, which began to see genre as more fluid and adaptable. Beyond her artistic reinvention, Swift used her elevated platform to take a stand on issues that mattered to her, particularly around artist rights and the changing music industry landscape. In 2014, she famously removed her music from Spotify in protest of the streaming service's compensation model, arguing that artists should be fairly compensated for their work. This move was widely publicized and sparked debates around the value of music and the rights of artists in the digital age. Swift's stance on this issue showcased her awareness of the industry's challenges and her willingness to use her influence to advocate for a change. Her decision led to increased awareness around artists' rights and encouraged other musicians to think critically about the impact of streaming on their careers. As Swift continued to evolve her sound and image, she also found new ways to connect with her fans on a personal level. She became known for her interactions with fans on social media, often liking, commenting, and responding to their posts. This connection helped her cultivate a loyal fan base who supported her through every phase of her career. Swift's fans, known as Swifties, appreciated her transparency and authenticity, qualities that remained consistent even as she reinvented her musical style. Her interactions with fans further demonstrated that her success was not solely due to her talent but also to her ability to connect on a personal level. She understood that her fans were a crucial part of her journey, and she valued their support in a way that felt genuine. In conclusion, Taylor Swift's reinvention as a global pop icon was a defining moment in her career that highlighted her willingness to take risks, embrace change, and expand her influence. Her transition from country to pop was not just a genre shift but a complete transformation that allowed her to explore new artistic directions and reach a wider audience. Through her bold move with 1989, Swift demonstrated the power of reinvention and became a trailblazer for artists seeking to evolve without losing their authenticity. Her journey as a pop icon is a testament to the power of adaptability, resilience, and creative courage, inspiring both her fans and the music industry at large.